Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to a brand new episode of debunking Hans Wormhat's Why Satan Fakes Animals. Because, by popular demand, you all want us to just keep going on this and completely melt our entire brain before we ever get to the next video. Yeah. So, long story short, last time we left off, we were showing how Hans Wormhat doesn't even understand, that festival exists and stuff around the world, and that Hans Wormhat believes in kangaroos, horrifying 6-foot-tall bodybuilding death machines that lope around the Australian outback at 45 miles an hour, straight up like Jeep speeds, and kill your dogs. But he doesn't believe in koalas, small arboreal pouched bears. We don't get this, but that's fine. We're gonna jump back in today, so if you're excited to see what happens here today, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. Go on down to our Patreon via that Linktree link in the description. Pledge even just $1 a month to help support the cause. Join the mighty ranks of all the lovely people in the credit section at the end of every video, and get your name of the game over on the game channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's watch Hans Wormhat, Why Satan Fakes Animals. Okay.
This is a meme that they use with their fake animals all the time. They present you with a really badly painted, or they present you with a really bad representation of whatever the fake animal is, and then they point you over towards a nicer looking one, and it makes you think that the nicer looking one must be real.
Right. Yes. Last episode we kind of finished off with the hilarity of Hans Wormhat, falling for an over 100-year-old Poe. So, not only is he incapable of accepting the existence of any animal that he can't see running around the street outside of the window in his mother's basement, but he also refuses to accept the existence of satire and parody, specifically for the sake of comedy. It has to be some nefarious plot by the Illumi Boopy or something like that.
Oh, if this really bad attempt, right? This is like if a non-artist attempts to paint up something to look like a zebra. However, you get a skilled artist to paint up a horse looking exactly like a zebra, well, then it looks exactly like a zebra, because that's exactly what zebras are.
So yeah, we think this is a perfect example of how Hans Wormhat possibly believes that you can, in fact, judge a book by its cover. It seems as though Hans Wormhat is the sort of individual who does not believe in the idea that there is anything going on underneath the skin. There are more differences to zebras, apart from horses and donkeys, than just the color of their skin. Stripes are not the only thing that a zebra makes, or else tons and tons of animals would be called zebras. Zebras are assholes. They're legit total pieces of shit. Despite the fact that they're highly gregarious animals, they're not social like horses. They kind of just hang around each other for the benefit of being in a group together, rather than working together in a structure like we think about when we think of, head mare, head stallion, their children, secondary mare, secondary stallions, their children, yada yada. We think of horses and donkeys with this, fairly regular kind of decent family structure that they go off of that's kind of reasonable and fairly logical and straightforward. But zebras don't work like that. Zebras get in giant packs of unrelated individuals, thousands strong, and just kind of wander around and chill out with each other. Like, I don't know you, but like, yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. You know, flamingos do the same kind of thing. And we think this is the perfect example of Hans Wormhat not really understanding that personality and behavior are a serious part of what makes an animal an animal. Bonobos and chimpanzees, for example, not that he believes in any ape at all, but bonobos and chimpanzees, for example, are extremely alike physically, genetically, all that stuff. They look very similar. A lot of people probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a chimpanzee and a bonobo at first glance, but bonobos are extremely different behaviorally, and societally. So there's a lot to think about there, and Hans Wormhat doesn't really understand that an animal is more than just its stripes and spots.
They're a horse that has a very skilled artist paint stripes on them. Right? What makes a painted horse? It's a zebra that doesn't pass. That's basically it. What is a painted horse? It's a zebra that doesn't pass as a zebra. They didn't do a good enough job painting it. Back in the days, the rich aristocrats would be able to ride these things because they're just horses, and nowadays they tell you a bunch of lies about why you can't ride them, and it's just because they don't want the secret out. That's why they don't let anybody ride zebras, because they don't want the secret out.
Okay, so this is getting to the point where we're not even going to try to make fun of him for once again falling for an objective Poe that was purposefully made at the time as a joke. We're instead going to focus more on the fact that, once again, Hans Wormhat actually seems to think, actually claims, that there is a major worldwide conspiracy positing the existence of zebras. And that is the secret. That is this thing that will change the world if it gets out, that zebras and apes and shit don't exist. Can we just, everybody just pause the video or something and take a second to really appreciate how completely and totally nonsensical this whole entire thing is? Like, they're hiding the truth from you, man. They're hiding the truth that zebras and koalas don't exist, man. 'Cause Satan. Like, are you fucking serious? Are you for real? We can't believe people take this guy seriously. The most consequential secret in the entire universe. Zebras don't exist. They're hiding it from you.
But the Masons are really good at keeping these secrets.
Are they, though? Like, seriously, do you actually think that the Masons, or the them, or the Illumi Boopy, or whatever complete and total nonsense conspiracy institution you've convinced yourself exists today, do you think that they're trying? Like, you, and Orphan Red, and fucking Barnabas Nagy, and all the flat earth weirdos, and everybody's out there talking about it. Like, are they really that good at keeping the secret? It seems like, from our perspective, from this rando outsider perspective, it seems an awful lot like they aren't doing anything at all. It seems like some of them don't even exist. It's just kind of chaos out there on the internet. People are just squawking in all sorts of different directions. It seems like everything you're talking about the shadowy cabal trying to keep some kind of secret is just complete and total nonsense that you made the fuck up to get attention. How do you have almost 10,000 followers and we don't even have 100? By all means, the few videos that we've done on our channel are worth more in educational and intellectual content than your entire 762 videos on your whole channel as of the recording of this video. What the fuck is going on here? YouTube, algorithm, do the thing, please.
They know that even if somebody goes out and tells the truth, there's going to be a ton of people that can come out of the woodworks and shame them for pointing out the simple truth.
Yes, Hans, like how you try to shame and guilt people for pointing out the simple truth that things like zebras and large snakes and fucking koalas exist. It's funny how you are the perfect example of this nebulous evil that you're talking about. The privately and personally motivated individual seeking to distort information and lead people astray from the truth because reasons.
That zebras are painted that way. That's why some of them are so nice. Like, these ones are really, really nice. They're not all this good quality.
And that, children, is how we know if an animal is fake or if it's real. If it's nice, well-groomed, healthy, and well taken care of, it's fake. If it's shitty and it lives in your mom's basement and it's never allowed to see the sun and its owner is named Hans Wormhat, then it's real. Obviously.
And the thing that you'll notice, though, because this is in LA, that's why these ones are really nice.
Said in the perfect example of somebody who has never fucking been to LA. Oh my god, that place is a fucking dump.
Look at the nose. That's just a regular horse's nose.
Once again, Hans Wormhat is literally judging a book by its cover, but zebra version here. It amazes us that it has never occurred to Hans Wormhat that different animals can have different nasal configurations. This got from, like, I've never seen anybody paint a horse to I've never seen two different animals with the same nostrils. Bro, it's a fucking nose. This isn't rocket science here, dude. Come on. We're not investing in fucking asteroid surgery here. Get over it.
You can see that they don't paint all the way up the nose, probably because it irritates the animal.
You know what irritates the average animal in general? Being painted. Or having somebody plaster a giant toucan beak onto their face. Or any of the other completely ridiculous, nonsensical, borderline offensive things that you believe about animals, because, of course, you have no experience with animals. Dude, we can't even get a shirt on a cat and keep it on for any amount of time. Do you seriously think people are wandering through the jungles of South fucking America or trekking through the savannas of Africa to paint wild fucking animals? What is your fucking problem, dude? Oh man, and we can't believe we actually had to go back and, like, put in an extra clip to ask this again, but seriously, bro, who the fuck is paying for all of this? Where is all of the jet fuel and the workers and the so on and so? What is the Illumi Boopy actually fucking made of solid platinum?
When they drink water, that's probably why. Look, that's just a horse's nose.
Yes, because once again, Hans Wormhat, horses are part of this big group of animals that are all kind of generally horse-shaped, and they all kind of have the same sort of general nostril configuration. It's pretty common. It's not like a very special thing.
That's a horse. That's not a zebra.
Bro, how the fuck would you know? Each and every video in this series has just been a giant machine hammering down on the nail in every fucking viewer's mind that you never go outside. We would bet money, cash money right now, that you have never even seen a horse in person, let alone a zebra, because you don't go out fucking side. we're done. We're fucking done with this shit. We are only coming back to you if once again the patrons who pay our bills decide that they want to see us losing our fucking mind over your stupidity, your complete and total unworldly inanity. We're done for now. Oh my god. So much of our time wasted. Oh. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for watching as far as you did. If you liked what you saw here, remember to go down, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go on down to our Patreon via that Linktree link in the description. Pledge even just $1 a month to help support the cause. Join the mighty ranks of all the lovely people here at the end of every video in the credits section. And get your name out in the game over on the game channel, as well as voting for what videos we do here, as well as on several other channels. Remember, you're our patrons, you pay our bills. You pay for our artists to be on retainer and stuff like that. And as far as we're concerned, if you want it, we gotta do it. Because, you know, we like money and we like surviving. Not in the Hans Wormhat shill type way, but in the like, we're a poor ass rabbit farmer and we actually need to keep our lights on way. So if you want to help out, please go on down to Patreon. Thanks a bunch for coming, everybody. Stay safe, stay inside, stay healthy, and of course remember to help each other. Vote progressive, vote Bull Moose.